Hello, welcome everyone to our email copy pro training. It's John again. Hello, and Leanne. I hope I can't tell because she never wants to change her picture from that mysterious black person.
Getting to update my picture, but it's Leanne, the strange black
all
icon.
black gray
Yes.
thing picture there. So say hello to us.
Let us know you can hear us because that's always cool.
That's awesome. And while everybody is logging in and saying hello, let's asking if we have anyone from Great Britain on the call tonight. Just let us guys know that we are very sorry for what is going on over there, and hearts are with you guys.
Yeah, horrible, really.
Yeah, just terrible. And hey guys.
So we Gordon, Andrew, Nikki, hi, and they can hear you. So that's a step in the right direction for Webinar Jam.
Yeah, that's right. We're still in Webinar Jam. We looked into going to a couple of different, one different service rather, yeah. So we're so far this may be working now. Who knows? Hey guys. So yes, okay. We've got lots of things to hopefully got a lot of your questions here to cover. So load them up because we're gonna get into some cool stuff, and I got some surprises to share with you guys today. So this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. So do me a favor and first of all, tell me what's on your mind. What's the first thing that you'd love us to cover today? Remember these training sessions are for you guys, so you are the ones that control it. You're the ones that say, hey, here's what I'm having help with. Here's what I need. Here's what I want. And then we'll give you an update on what just went live literally minutes ago that you now have that you can make money with tonight if you want to. So how's that for fun? Hey, yeah, this is kind of cool. So I will show that to you. And in the meantime, we'll take your questions. And even if you just want to talk, if you just want to say, hey, I'm kind of bummed out over this whole thing. Great. I'm still bummed out over Chris Cornell dying. So because I'm a musician. So, and Chris was a guy I knew and loved. So that sucks. So it's been a really bad week. Yeah, bad week as far as people dying goes. All right, hearing a lot of noise, Leanne.
Sorry.
Okay, Steve, is there a way to duplicate niche as a starting point? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to show you how to do that. So, Steve, be sure to watch those getting started videos that covers this stuff, and it covers a lot of other questions, but I'll show you how to do this. It's really easy. And I'm going to share my screen. So when you can see my screen, Leanne, can you see the screen?
That screen that says niches. Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, bear in mind, guys, that, again, you will not see these tabs because I'm an admin. You will see only this. I've got this blown way up so you can see it. Normally, it looks like this. So I'm just below it way up so it's easier to see. So there is this orange rather tab. This is copy. So all you got to do is click that copy and your niche will be cloned. So if you want to clone a template niche, it's easier to do this just by going in here and saying, let's look at all the templates. So here's all the template niches we have. So there's no need to clone those. You can just select those. So you just go in and you can just say you want a new niche, click new, and come down here and select the niche that you want. Now we're going to have a niche called starter, and that niche is actually done except for the fact I figured out how to do content. So we're actually going to have a starter niche that is a universal niche. Now we've got, 23 niches in here already. So we've got a lot of niches. We've got, I would say 65% of the niches that are out there, but I decided I would go ahead and make one that's starter that actually has content in it and also has affiliate offers that are already preloaded into it. And it's just a generic niche. In other words, we're using health, wealth, and relationships. So that covers pretty much, everything, or pretty much 75% of everything, right? If you're a dog trainer, it wouldn't cover that. But so you would just simply change health to dog training. It's pretty simple to change these kind of things. And the content is it's obviously generic. In other words, it's we can't say, we want to help you realize your weight loss goals because we don't know what your goals are. But you click a button and you can fill that in. And then of course you can just change the fields to whatever you like, just like you normally do. But you'll be starting with a niche that's entirely completed, with the exception of course, your sales page, which we don't know the URLs for that, but it just says enter your URL here. So it's going to give you a huge leap in the right direction. And again, it's not much different than selecting, say, diabetes, but where it is different is it's going to be, if you don't see your niche in these niche templates, when you click new and you go to that drop down I went to, and you don't see it there, it's going to be easier than cloning an existing niche probably, because it's generic. In other words, it's going to work for just about anything. So I'll show that, guys. I'll show that to you guys later, or whenever we get through taking your questions, so you can see it before it goes live. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here, and awesome. Okay, all right. Next question. Hello, Ian. Next question. Okay, I'll answer. Andrew, I would love it if you would do a SaaS niche. Well, you know what? That's a great idea, considering I have two of them. You'd think that we'd do a SaaS niche. We will. I will put that into the queue for to do ASAP in the month of June. So let's add that to the queue. Hopefully we didn't lose Leanne. Sounds like we did. So Steve said, where can I find the recordings of the webinars? Also, go to the easiest way to do that, Steve, is to go to the Digital Publisher YouTube channel. Let me give you that link real quick here. And I actually just need to go there and get the link, because I think I know what the page is, but I'm not 100% sure. Just make sure that is the right page. Okay. Man, are you there? Did we lose you entirely? It sounds like we lost Leanne entirely, so that totally sucks. Okay, so here is, I'm going to make sure, yes, we've got this here. That's what I thought it was. I just want to make sure I was giving you guys the right info. Here's the YouTube channel that is for Digital Publisher. That is our parent corporation, and that has all the stuff you need. So you'll be able to find all the training videos. You'll be able to find all the webinars, anything that you need. So, for example, Russ said, I missed last week's niche training. Where can I get a video for that? You can get it at the YouTube link right there. That's the easiest way. And let me share my screen so you guys can see what's going on here with that as well.
And am I back?
And so, yeah, so I think we're here, Leanne, typing. So,
oh, good. So you can hear me now.
I can hear you typing, yes. Awesome. So you can come down here and you'll find you'll find all sorts of live stream stuff. You'll find, I don't know why there's all these live stream stuff. You'll find webinars that we've done. As far as the training workshops, they should be in here. I'm looking for what they would be called. So I've never had to look one up because I've never had to watch a replay of my own webinar. But Liam, what are the names of the webinars? They should be in here.
Let me see. It's called Email Copy Pro Training.
Okay, so I'm going to search for Email Copy Pro Training.
Now, the week that I did the webinar, remember it crashed? So I have to edit those videos. Like there may be one video, there may be two, but I just have to stitch them together. But I would like to share my thoughts on even watching these webinars. Like, honestly,
let me answer the question before you do that, because I'm not able to find. They're not coming up in here, and I know this is where they live. So
no, email. They would be. The title is Email, and then Copy Pro, one word, and then training. So actually, I can click through and get a link. So for this one, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. As you can see, that's really weird, guys. So we want to find this for you. So here's the week one. Yeah, this is digital. This is not the right one, though.
So if I do this.
How weird is this? Why is this not showing up?
Here's a link. Let me pause it. So let me give you this.
what it looks like what's going on is it's coming up as under digital publisher live stream. Let me look into this real quick here. Yep, that's where it's coming up. So, good evening. Sorry. So it looks like it's digital publisher live stream is the answer to that question. As far as why that is, I don't know. But this is where they are, digital publisher live stream. 6 days ago, 1 week ago. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yep, there's a link to one of them.
Can you check? Okay, let me look at that link and I'll see if that's what it says here. We'll check that. And yep, digital publisher live stream. So how about that? That's what it's called.
Now we know.
What it was called, but it is.
So apparently our audio is like not so great. Guys, am I breaking up as well or just John? And while we're waiting for that, let's see. So my thought on the replay is like, we have this training call like live every week, right? So don't you think it would be more efficient to just like come on and ask a question live? Like, honestly, than sitting and watching the replay?
You're asking people who are currently on the call whether it would be.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, come on live because you're smart for being here. But the point of like taking time to watch a replay doesn't, I mean, maybe, but if your question isn't answered, it's kind of a waste.
Well,
possibly.
I completely agree. So yeah.
I mean, if we didn't do these calls weekly, I'd say, yeah, go for it. But you got John live, so skip the replay and just come on this call live, hopefully. And if you can't, then I guess maybe watch the replay. Anywho, yeah, Russell says, yeah, I just couldn't make it. Yeah, we get that. But you're here now, so ask your questions now. All right. So Andrew has a question. My question about the system revolves around how to put the emails together when choosing the templates. If you choose a series and want to add individual templates, it's hard to figure out what to pair them with.
Okay, so I just wanted to find that so I could read it myself. I put emails together when choosing templates. Okay, when you say when choosing templates, do you mean choose a series and want to add individual templates? Hard to figure out. Oh, okay, yeah. So in other words, if you want to create your own sequence, is that what you're asking? I believe it is. Like,
I think that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so you can create your own sequences, but there's no one way to do that. So in other words, if you want to, it's hard to figure out what to pair them with. That's because the sequences we've created are pretty much the ones that we know work really well. But if you're wanting a longer sequence to pair them with, let me see if that's what you're asking. So in other words, like you take the 21-day indoctrination. If you're wanting to make that 60 days, is that what you're wanting to do? So I'll wait for we'll answer another question, and then we'll figure out what that is. So
let's see, Benedict. Oh, I lost all the questions because when I get back into the room, there's no questions.
That's cool. Okay. So Andrew says yes to do a SaaS niche. So yes, as a matter of fact, I'm going to actually ping our guys right now and tell them that is the next up.
A SaaS, and somebody was asking for a VSL follow-up.
Sure, you can do that right now.
Just the webinar one, right?
The webinar follow-up and just simply change it. But we're actually going to create it's not for a VSL, it's for any sales page follow-up. So yeah, but you can do that right now with the webinar follow-ups. Just simply you edit it from webinar to go check out the free video instead of free webinar. That would be great. And yeah, we in fact we just created a new affiliate 3-day cash machine that we put live a few seconds ago. So I'll show you guys that here later. Okay, so we got Russell's question. Let me see. So I'm scrolling up here to see if I've got any questions here. Benedict, are you hearing us good now? Because the audio sounds really good on our end. So hopefully might be something on your end. I don't know. Okay, let me see. But fine. Okay. It says our audio is choppy. I don't know. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, yours, it's a little in and out for me, actually. But for some people, it's fine. So go figure.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's weird.
So KS is asking, what's the recommended frequency for the email sequence?
They're in the instructions. Every sequence comes with their own instructions. So we actually give out the day 1, day 3, day 5, or day 1, 2, 3, 4. They're in the, just check out the instructions. The instructions is the very first. The instruction comes up as an email, even though it's not, because we want you to read it. So it will tell you what days to send out and what days not to. So as far as generally answering that question, like in general, the best frequency is send something every day. I mean, I firmly believe in sending as much good content as you can. Obviously, it's not just to send email, but I just had a podcast today, an hour-long podcast. I'm going to be going live with our emailers podcast in our Facebook group. By the way, all this stuff is coming up this week, guys. We got so much stuff coming up; it's kind of mind-boggling. But it's like a series of dominoes. There's one, if you get one out of place, the whole thing doesn't fall. So there's a lot of moving parts here. But as far as frequency of emails, yes, we talked about that today. And the guy that was on my podcast saying, yeah, he's mailing twice a day sometimes. So that's par for the course. So as far as overall frequency, that's what I recommend. As far as what to send, you're starting with like the 21-day series or something like that. And then the content pieces you can send literally every single day. I mean, if you want to, you just go in and just create a new content piece and send it, send out a promotional sequence, content piece, that's how it's meant to go. There's so much content in these things. And so, did we get 2 months free? Yes, you did. You did. Russell didn't get the login. So can you take care of that? Leanne, can you message Russell on that one?
I'm on it.
Okay. That's, might have missed that email. You know how email is. Sometimes Infusionsoft goes into a black hole. So from my experience, do daily emails annoy the subscriber? It depends on what you send them. I get emails every single day from Digital Marketer. It doesn't annoy me. I mean, on the days I want to read what they do, I read it. On the days I don't, I delete it. I get Agora sends out every day, and they send out tons of content emails. It depends on what you're sending out. If you're sending out one promotion after another, then that would get old. And promotions can be, very cleverly disguised in great content, which is what we do for my fitness list. I send every single day to my fitness list, and I don't send every day to the internet market. Well, yeah, not every day, but it's probably on average 5 days a week to the IM list. And it's either something that's going to give you guys a lot of value, like a webinar or something I know works. Like we just did my buddy Jeff Johnson's stuff is amazing. So, I love Daniel Levis's email alchemy. Like I said, he's the only guy I ever hired to write emails for me. So I only bring people like that on board for any sort of affiliate stuff. And with Daniels, it wasn't even an affiliate thing. I just pulled him on I didn't even use an affiliate link. I just said, hey, you guys need to check this stuff out. So it's good content. So if it's a content, it's great. Yeah. So Robert's got a great question. The answer to that question is as soon as we get ECP, where we want it to be.
Yeah, you just have to clone yourself, John.
Yeah, exactly. The ideal answer for that was I got a little ambitious. I think we were going to do like 4 different things in this year, but there's going to be 2 at the most. So, but yeah, and there may only be 1. The thing is, right now we've got there's so many small things and big things coming out in 2.0 that's going to help you guys tremendously, but they're complex. They're complex on our end. In other words, to make this even simpler for you guys to do. I mean, like radically simpler for you guys to do. It requires a great deal of complexity on our end to keep it as robust as it is. Like if we just wanted to do, well, for example, what I did over the last few days where I created a starter, you've got you got a whole starter niche, right? And you can now go in when we push this live, and let's say you haven't started your niche yet. I click starter and you're like 80% done. Okay. That's great, but those emails are just to get you started. They're gonna, those emails right now to get you started would last you months, right? And we're obviously adding new stuff every single week, but it's still far more complicated than on our end as far as any other kind of quote unquote scripting tool. So we had to build it hard before we could build it easy. That's how these things tend to work. Then we hear feedback from you guys and we go back and make it more elegant, but that takes time. So as soon as we get that elegance down, which that's what we're working feverishly on, and that 2.0 comes out at the end of June. And we make sure everybody is thrilled and happy. Then at that point, around August, we'll start working with getting the actually, we're going to call it VSL Copy Pro. Big surprise there, but yeah, VSL Copy Pro will be the next thing on the list of things to do, and it will be, it's the only thing I can say will be infinitely more powerful than Celerator, only from the aspect of we'll be able to have different styles of video sales letters that you can generate all at once. But as far as the formula and the sequence, it's work exactly. The Accelerator is never going offline. I mean, my customers would shoot me, and people that are, I mean, I literally just had somebody email me the other day going, dude, I just got Accelerator and I made all this money. It still works. There's no way I'm taking Accelerator offline. And that's also going to have all the video trainings and all that really robust stuff. And then VSL Copy Pro is going to be more powerful from a software point of view. And, meaning that the cool thing for you guys, if you want to add VSL Copy Pro onto it's going to be a whole Copy Pro suite. It's going to be inexpensive. It's going to be a monthly service, inexpensive in comparison to Accelerator. And the great news is literally 95% of your data, as soon as you finish your niche, 95% of your VSL will be done. And so it's going to be awesome. I mean, literally you'll just like add this on and click a button and, presto. I mean, out comes, assuming you have your niche built. That was my design from the word go. So eventually we want to have sales page, webinar, VSL, everything in here. But with this degree of robustness, is that even a word? Is robustness a word?
Maybe you just made one up.
I'm a copywriter, so I'm allowed to make up my own words. But yeah, that degree of power. So yeah, to be more specific, Accelerator and VSL Copy Pro will be different products. So there will be different products until they're not. Basically, Accelerator will eventually, people that have Accelerator right now, that have bought Accelerator, will get in, they'll have an access, that the people who have full access to Accelerator, meaning they bought it at its normal price, not people that got it for free for the 60-day trial, obviously, because you guys are already in there. So no one got it for trial except, never mind. I don't even know what I'm talking about. The only people that got it for the trial were you guys. So yeah, so the customers, Accelerator customers will get, I will let them use VSL Copy Pro for as long as they want to use it, because it's just, from a business point of view, it would probably be a good thing to sell, because it's a different model. It's completely different. It's night and day different. But I like to keep my Accelerator customers happy. I like to keep all my customers happy. So we're going to let people who own Accelerator get VSL Copy Pro, and then have to upgrade to get Email Copy Pro. That's not fair. So that's not fair to anyone. So that's what we're planning on doing. And then of course selling VSL Copy Pro as a standalone entity. So the Accelerator platform will still exist. It's because that degree of training in video training isn't going to be in VSL Copy Pro, because you're not going to need it. You're not going to need any more training than what you're going through right now to create a VSL. So Benedict says, okay, so Benedict, so I'm, by the way, I didn't read this, so I'm reading it. So I hope it's a nice thing. Just made 9185 gross from 2 clients after working, testing, reworking the sales template. Been dry for months because I was sick. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Wow. Nice. Nice, Benedict. That's wonderful. Would you mind sending that to us in a nice email so we can say we get a lot of those kind of emails, but we just love to collect them, you know. So thank you so much for sending that. And congratulations.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just letting. Oh, by the way, we're so my team is asking. This is how fast we operate, guys. My copy team pinged me back. It is saying, what problem does a SaaS solve? And that is a really good question because, as you know, I think it was Robert was requesting SaaS, and obviously Email Copy Pro is SaaS. What problem does it solve would be niche specific. So yeah, that's my guess. Is that, in other words, it's the niche would still be. It's not really a software as a service as much as it is just having some emails probably that would work for a software as a service, unless, yeah, because think about it. Like, I believe I'm speaking to Robert. If I'm not looking at the screen right now, so if I'm wrong about that, I apologize. But Robert, so
I think it was Andrew.
Andrew, my apologies, Andrew. So Andrew, like whatever your software sells, it's still going to fall into one of those niches. So in other words, I've got a niche that I created called digital marketing, right? So obviously that is selling Email Copy Pro, which is a software as a service. So I can show you how I filled out my offer, if that would help you. So in other words, right now, as is, Email Copy Pro will work with that. What I was thinking when I said, let's build a niche for SaaS is if there was anything unique to SaaS, which maybe you could help us with, Andrew. Maybe you could say, here's what's different. And I'll tell you if it is different, but I can show you the emails that I use for Email Copy Pro. So if you want to see that. Okay, so cool. That's okay. Next questions.
Next question. Waiting. All right, guys, where are you stuck in Email Copy Pro? Where are you at in filling out your niche?
Yeah,
that would be a good place to start.
We'll get that, and then we'll find out. You know, obviously we're getting some success stories. That's awesome. But we'll get anything that you guys don't have going on, and I will show you what's new as soon as we're done with the questions because I'm excited about this. Just you guys are probably too advanced for this. I mean, I don't know for sure. So why don't we start here? Can you guys say, is there anyone on the call right now that would like to use the starter niche that I have been building for the last couple of days? So let me know. Meaning that you haven't gone in and created a niche at all yet. Or the niche that you want to create isn't in there and you can't afford or don't want to afford our Done With You service. Okay, so Robert said yes, he would like to. So okay. So yeah, Robert, this is so specifically because you're interested in a SaaS. This could start you in that direction, and I'm almost tempted to say because again, this SaaS is the way that Email Copy Pro thinks is it thinks through everything's centered around your niche, right? It's centered around your industry. So it's not centered around software. It's centered around what the software is within. So, yeah, Michael said he just started a new niche geared toward lead nurturing. Yeah. So I don't know specifically. I'm assuming that you're marketing to marketers because if you're talking about lead nurturing, but so that would be the niche I would think, Michael. But let me know if I'm off there. So if that's the case, there's already a marketer's niche in there. You could start with that marketer's niche and just change the primary goal to nurturing your leads. That's by far and away the easiest way to do that. If I'm right with lead nurturing, I'm assuming that is a marketer. I mean, now I could be wrong. In other words, you could be talking to dentists about how to nurture their needs. Oh, Robert says we develop SaaS software to. Okay, so yeah, so that's B2B. Yeah, so that's that's still. Now we have our whole B2B sequence in there now. I know that hopefully you've seen that. That's really awesome sequence. So that is designed to get a call or an email back to, close a deal, especially if you're doing SaaS, it's high end SaaS. But again, like it's still, everything would work around a niche. So if you give me an example of a niche, I could pull it in and show you exactly, I could show you email copy pros. That would be the easiest. Just go in there and say, oh, here's the emails that we sent out to all you guys for webinars and promos and all that stuff. Every email that you saw from us during our promos comes out of Email Copy Pro. The only emails that do not come out of Email Copy Pro are the emails saying, hey, here's what's new this month, only because there's no need to do it. I mean, it takes us 3 minutes to type it up, and it's, I wouldn't keep that in a database. So, but there's no reason to do it. In other words, it's like those emails don't need to be well written. They can just say, hey, here's what's new this month. But as far as like, hey, we've got a webinar to sell something, or we've got a, go check out. So here's some information. Here's a content piece that all comes out of Email Copy. So yeah, if you give us more examples, or if you want to come on the call, Robert, we can do that too. You or anyone that wants to come on the call, just say, hey, I want to come on the call, and you can share your screen and tell us all.
Uh-oh. Hopefully all goes well.
Yeah, right. We are hoping for that. So yeah, I'll go ahead so Robert, while you're telling me more about what specifically that, I'd love to hear what isn't there for you, or where you're stuck, because you might have an insight that we go, oh, that would really require a new niche, or that would require maybe even a new niche entry, like something we've missed or something. So yeah, if there's something missing, do let us know. Meanwhile, I will show you guys. So I'm gonna come over here to my
and gals.
That is the same thing for us from the Northeast here. All right, so here's the digital marketing, and let's go to my offer here. We'll go to my offer USP here. Okay, so here, this led to the creation of a very powerful persuasion trigger-driven email creator for online marketers. So in other words, I called it an email creator in this one, but I have 3 of them. So I'll show you all 3 of the ones I have. Proprietary best way, here that's obvious. Led to the creation of very powerful proprietary based web software. Can't say it, for online marketers that empowers you to create blah, blah, blah. So that's right here already in existence. And turnkey email system. And while I'm in here, I'm going to save my entry. Persuasion trigger driven. Creator, so I can see that easier now. Okay, so this right here is really one of the few places that's even important. I mean, meaning the USP is what that is. The name of it is obvious. In this case, Email Copy Pro. So name of your software there. And the medium is the only other thing that you really have to do. So this is web-based software. So a web-based software platform. Access online immediately. That's it. That's really. Now I've got this other one here, an online AI machine that you can access within seconds. So I like to have more than one version. I'm saying the same thing different ways. So when I pull in the email, the email, I can change it as I go, and it just makes it read that much easier. So yeah, that right here is kind of there. So in other words, there's really not it's not a niche entry. I mean, we could create a niche called SaaS, and then we would hard input a web-based software platform, but that's what you can do right here. You don't need us to do it. We can do it right now. And I think that would work. Now granted, your target is B2B, so you would go over here into the emails and you'd use the B2B stuff. So I'm going to come over here to emails, B2B sequence. Oh, I actually used it for digital marketing. So here you go. So here's our first contact email. In working with other marketers like you, one of the key issues they're facing is writing email copy from scratch. Okay, so now, by the way, I just pulled this up. It's like I didn't write this at a time. So this past year, we helped numerous companies perfect their email sales copy. So this would be if I use this for my if I wanted to manually recruit people. So here's a few. You should avoid using adverbs. Never send in personal emails. So we have tips in here. I have other ideas that may help. Please contact Jane Doe. Okay, so you can see how this is coming up here. So here we'd have competitors' results preview, and like in others, we'd look at the competitors because I'm obviously don't have competitors. I was talking with Acme Brick, one of our marketing clients, and your name came up. We're instrumental helping them. So in other words, this would be like I was talking to Benedict, one of our email marketing customers for Email Copy Pro, and I was thinking of you. We were instrumental in helping Benedict nail his email copy. So it'd be very simple changes if I wanted to make that literally real, right? Dire consequences. This is the need for writing your emails to drive more engagement. So this is all really, really good stuff, and you can use this right now. And again, these are all centered around this right here. Reach out to me at this phone number, at this person, or you can contact this email. So in other words, it's getting a call back. If you don't want to call back, all you would do is you just say, learn more by going here and just type in the URL. That's all you would do if you wanted to use these exact emails. But these are meant for businesses. So business. Last call follow-up is kind of a funny one. You found another. So marketing. So I might change marketing to email marketing. See, that's why I do more than one here. Your challenges with losing sales resolve themselves. You're trapped under something heavy. So these are just more the humorous last call. But this whole sequence is just one that's really, really solid. Highly suggest you using it. So, I was going to show you so now I want to show you the starter niche here. So this is kind of cool. And this is exactly what you would do on the starter niche. So I'm going to just create it from scratch. So you go into niches, and I'm going to say demo starter. Okay. So, and then coming down here and, it's not in here. I forgot. I don't have it live yet, guys. So I'm going to have to show it because sorry. When it's live, you would select the starter niche and click save, but it's not live yet because I'm still working on it. So I'll have to show it to you in my own little private group over here. So the starter niche, the idea behind it, it's very important that you guys get this part down. And don't worry, I'll have a video training for this here. There's 3 avatars that we created. And this is not meant to be like the best copy in the world. This is literally, if you cannot get started at all and you can't write a grocery note, you can't, it's impossible for you to write a grocery list. I mean, it's that. So in other words, let's say it was that bad, right? Now, and it's not that bad for anyone, but let's say it was, then this is how I would start this. So health conscious people, business people, and relationship conscious. So that's pretty much covers almost everyone, so if this was, again, if I'm going to marketers, I would simply change this to marketers. I write and market to marketers, and I would delete these other 2. So delete the ones that you don't affect you. If you're in the health business, great. If you're selling something in business, great. If your relationship, great. Then go to niche. And we selected 6 niches that pretty much cover everything: health, wealth, relationships, business, personal development, and spiritual growth. So that's pretty much everything. For example, Email Copy Pro would technically be business, right? But I would just change that business. I would call it email marketing. Yeah, so I would just get that's the only additions that you need to do. I would delete every other one of these before you start generating emails. And then once you do, you'll see in here that all these complaints are done for you. It just says struggling with what? It's going to ask you to enter your niche or topic. So what is your topic? Just enter it right here. And you'll be able to click on it and enter it inside emails. So if I go over to emails and I click on any of the starter stuff, I'll just show you. It doesn't really matter what it is, but let's click over to the starter sequence. So I'll look at, like I said, I'll just pick an email. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So So notice that this is all filled out. Okay, so we all know someone like Mr. Jones. He's going into study mode, believing that you just need to keep learning rather than doing. See, we created problems and mistaken beliefs and false solutions that are generic, so that they'll work with just about anything, right? And I need to create one more here, but so I'm not finished with it yet. Your family life and hobbies begin to suffer. So in other words, it's the things that would happen to anyone that's going through just about any sort of problem. And then here's what we did for the brand name method. So in other words, if you're stuck on primary solution, you don't know what to call it, enter your last name. If all else fails, the Benson method. That's if all else fails. If you can't think of a name for your primary solution, like mine is, obviously mine is inbox branding, so that's my primary solution. But that's if you can't think of anything. So this is what we want to do. This will get you started and get that email out the door. And yeah, and all of it's already filled out with the exception of just enter your sales page URL. Very simple. So here's an overwhelm one. This one pulled up relationships because I didn't delete the other ones, but you get the idea. And for a relationships copy people, it's not even an option. So you get this works for anyone. So these emails literally work for anything. And I think that you'll find them very helpful. So you can use the starter sequence when it's live. You'll be able to use it for anything. And what I'm working on now, the last thing I'll show you here is I figured out today how to make this work for actually doing content. So I'm going to show you an example of that. So I didn't think I was going to be able to do content because content's usually so specific, but check this out. This is an entire content piece. This entire content piece spit out the moment I created it. All I did literally was go to my niches, and I would have selected starter, create my new niche, and then I wanted to create this content piece. And the content piece is called First Steps. We'll tell you which emails you can create. I'm going to create a whole sequence of, here are the starter email sequences I think you should use. So like starter content, starter this, starter that. But pretty much any email you want to send, anything will work. That's the idea. But this is a content piece. So now this content piece is going to, ideally, we'd love to have 20 content pieces for every single one of these, but I'm trying to get this out as fast as we can. So we're going to have one content piece for each of these content segments. So this one is the whole concept of what's called nudge theory. Okay. So nudge theory is just a fancy way of saying small steps. And it was pioneered by the Behavioral Insights team, and they studied performance-based results across the board. And when you're nudged towards something and you're given incentives for going in that direction, you progress a lot faster than if you try to just dive into something and get overwhelmed. That's all this means. So this content can work for anything. It works for software, works for dental work. It can work for anything, right? Or just about anything. So we wanted to create stuff that could work for just about anyone. And this is great content. This is just content that you send out. And look at the only things that you really have to change. Even now, all this was filled in automatically. So the only thing that I have to enter is enter your offer name, enter my niche, and that's it. That's 2 fields I got to enter for this thing: niche and offer name, niche, and that's it. So you could send this email out tonight. Your first step, what's your first step in other words, what do I do now that I bought? And then this is assuming that somebody bought your product. Okay. You made the decision to join this offer. Welcome aboard. Okay, what's the first thing you do? So these are the content pieces we're going to have. So we also have like a pop quiz. Now you can send out a pop quiz tonight if you want to send out a pop quiz email. I'll show you that real quick. I'll create it. These are the 2 that I've gotten done. So let me know if this is helping you guys, because we're not getting a ton of questions. So I'm just flying here. So I'm going to select starter. Now you will select starter when it's done. So pop quiz.
What do you guys think of this as John is demoing this? And Ellen says, where is the nudge theory email?
It's not. It will be inside the starter sequence when I put it live. I'm not done with it yet. I won't be live for another day or so. We're going to send you an email when it's done.
Very soon.
Yeah. Unless, I could put it live for you guys right now and all of you could grab it and then I'd just delete it. But the thing is, if you grab it, you won't get all the other content pieces. So I'd love for you to have all the other content pieces, but I've got to find and write over the next couple of days. So, okay. So I don't put these 2 here and have a look here. So I literally just clicked a button. Okay. And here's what came up. I have a little relationships quiz for you. Now, again, this, I did not delete my other niches. So this one's for relationships. What's the fastest way to reach your blank potential? Well, what would you put in there if you deal with relationships? What's the fastest way to reach your, your love potential? What's the fastest way to reach your marital potential? What's the fastest way to reach your personal growth potential? Whatever it may be. Working at it consistently 2 to 3 hours a day, become a weekend warrior, focus all weekend, adopt nudge theory. So we go right back into the whole nudge theory thing here. So, believe it or not, the answer is this. Here's the answer and here's why. We tell them why. So in other words, it's no big deal if you send out the same content piece in 2 different formats. So that's what we're doing here. One is just a content piece. The other one is a quiz. And you can make each one of these ABCs a link to your sales page. See, if you want to learn more and apply it directly to relationship success, then you'll enjoy the blank method. Okay. The Benson method. Take a few minutes right now. So that's how easy this, we're trying to make it this easy, guys, but still giving you this really good copy. So new tip changes relationships forever. There you go. So that's the new stuff that we're working on. Hopefully that you guys dig it.
Yeah, you're getting some people digging it. So, and they're saying that they'll wait because for it all to be together and then have to rework it. And KS is saying, can you change the phrase nudge theory? Of course.
Yeah, yes. That's actually the name of it. This is if you Google nudge theory, that's an actual real scientific thing. That's a real behavioral deal. You can change it, but I wouldn't. I mean, you can, but yeah. So then, in other words, I didn't just make up nudge theory. That's actually I was going to use the term Kaizen, which is what I normally use, but I thought Kaizen was too fancy. So I said, is there another word for Kaizen? And who knew? Nudge theory.
Yeah, or if somebody wants to change it to Kaizen.
Yeah, you can change it to Kaizen. And yeah. So Robert asks, is there a niche for B2B dental marketing? There is going to be one specifically for dental. I'm not sure. I don't think it's live yet. Let me check.
I don't think so. But what type of emails for dental? Because specifically, because there are a few, right? There's customer re-engagement. There's, there could be a few.
Are you a dentist wanting to follow up with your customers, or?
While we're waiting for that, Andrew, let's see. Andrew posted, I have 2 clients that are paying me $3,000 a month to rewrite their webinar emails and reprogram their Infusionsoft platform. Another is $25,000 a month for 3 months to set up his launch and write all the content and run our full marketing program. Thank you, ECP.
Oh man, well that's fantastic. So needless to say, you got your money's worth. Awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah,
we love that. So yeah, and again, you guys are getting in on a really good ground floor of this because we're going to go to in July. We're going to go to a format to where in order to resell ECP emails, you have to be certified through us to do it. But I promised everyone that they could do it. They could do it ad infinitum on me until we go to the July format. So, so cool deal, man. Congratulations. Congrats.
Yep. And he said your sales page that you can generate with the Elite made it much easier to do what he needed to do. So.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's a killer sales page. Everything works everywhere, man. So yeah, don't forget, guys. This is you will have an actual sales page, even with the starter. So the starter thing, just bear in mind that the only thing you have to do is click on the fields where it says enter your blank and enter it. And once you save it, it's done. It's done. So I was going to. I just didn't want to keep it. It's just way too generic to have all like there's 12 different ways to say primary goal, right? So you might have 12 different clicks to say your niche, but that's the extent of it. I mean, it's not that difficult, In fact, it's really easy. So between that and our quick start emails and what's coming up in 2.0, Email Copy Pro is going to be as easy as it is powerful. So there you go. Robert said Google search marketing to capture leads, email click to call. Yeah. So in other words, you're wanting to capture new dental leads. Yeah, that's that sequence is already in there. You just need the niche for it. So yeah, general dentistry needs to be created. You can create it with us if you want. That would be faster for sure. Or you can wait until that niche comes out, or you can create that niche from scratch using one of our existing niches. Those are the three options. Do I have to log off and log back into? You have to refresh your screen. You have to just hit, manually refresh the browser. Sometimes it depends on the browser. You might have to log out and log back in. But Robert, let us know if you want to work with our team to its, because that way we can build it for you. And if we're building it for you, obviously there's a fee for that, but it's also, it'd be customized for you, which is very, very helpful. We do that for people and do it really well. So, all right. Next questions.
Let's see. We've covered it, actually.
Yeah, we're still just getting people coming in from questions here and there. So,
yep. I'm just going back. Oh, Benedict had one. Yep. Hey, John, I see that you're working on some layout changes. Any chance of having a full screen option without the ECP logo bar for laptops and tabs? The top ECP logo grabs a lot of screen real estate. It could be better used for editing, thinking out
loud. Let me see here. So are you talking about, let me see. Go over here 1 second. Are you referring to this up here? And are you referring to this up there just on mobile? There may be a way to do that. That's a programming question, and I'm pretty sure there is, but I don't know the answer to the question. But yeah, let me see here. I'm on my mobile phone now, and I'm just on an iPhone 6S. So let me see here real quick here. Just gonna go to the site here. By the way, on mobile, turn it sideways. That's the only way to use it.
Well, the other thing, I mean, if you take that email and blow it up, it's so big.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not blowing it up. Like if you click on that little arrow thing, you know how you make the email go full screen?
Right.
Maybe show him how to do that. Maybe he's working with it in the tiny little window.
Okay, 1 second here. Just I'm trying to just log in real quick here. 1 second here. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, I'm having to type out my whole login. So, but yeah, it didn't look too big to me at all, even on an iPhone. So I'm not sure. I'd have to see. Can you take a screenshot of it? But as far as I'm pretty sure you know how to do it. But in case you don't, it's just Command plus, Command minus. If you know if I go to Command plus, it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So it'll go to here.
And then KS KS was asking, with the starter template, and Benedict, yeah, can you take a screenshot of that? That would be helpful. And if you want to email the screenshot to support@emailcopypro.com, then I'll get it and help you out with that. So KS was asking, would the starter template be usable for aspiring entrepreneurs, people who want to make money online but have not quite decided what they want to do?
Can you say it again?
I can try. Let's see. Would the starter template be usable for aspiring entrepreneurs, people who want to make money online but have not quite decided what they want to do?
Yeah, that's yeah, perfect. I mean, all you would do is just change your. I mean, I'll give you like a quick tour here. Change this. So coming over here, and it doesn't really matter which one I choose. I'm just. Are you still interested here? Okay. So, are you still interested? And you would instead of personal development, you would choose one of these or delete them all and just rewrite whatever you want to write in. And looking to realize your blank goals or reach or fulfill your blank objectives. I mean, so yeah, you could just fill in whatever that is. Enter your niche or topic. So whatever the topic is, you click here and enter your topic right there. So yeah, so that would work. So this is just this one right here is an affiliate version. I'm just giving you I'm just pulling up any email at this point. Just avoid this. This one's failing to reach your potential. I might want to use that one. I want to show you why you should avoid trying to learn from all the topics first, like the plague. Okay, this one's just so this one's kind of a cool content piece. So this one right here is actually kind of long. See, a lot of content here. This is straight out of the starter. So Lean, I can really hear that loud. So
Oh, sorry.
okay, so Sal, let me see. Sal's asking. So see, was it?
Yeah, we were going to put the links in Email Copy Pro.
Yeah, it's on the list of things to do. I thought that it was supposed to handle last week. It's supposed to, but looks like it's gonna be this week. So hopefully, fall through that. Someone was asking a question about celebrity emails. I don't know who. Let me see.
Yeah.
This is where I saw that.
Where'd it go?
I don't see it now.
I don't either.
Wait
a minute. I know what it was.
Somebody asked about solar.
Yeah, I think it was the seller. Like if you had a VSL, he was working on a VSL for the solar niche, and follow-up emails for a VSL. That's what I think it was. So that would be. So he said he was looking for the accelerator follow-up, but I think he needs to look for the webinar follow-up. And then modify those emails, right?
Right. So the webinar right now with the webinar follow-up. So what we're going to do is the reason why is because most people use follow-ups for webinars, just a more popular item. So we built this strictly for webinar. But the way that Email Copy Pro is already built is we know if it's, we know what kind of page you're going to go to. So we're going to make a generic one that you can go to any VSL page or whatever. You can use that for follow-up. So yeah, look for that this week. So it'll be the same webinar follow-up sequence we have right now, but it will just be a sales page follow-up, and that will take care of what you need.
Okay, now we've definitely covered all the questions.
Wow. Okay. Well, so guys, if you have any other questions, shoot them over to us, and I will keep you posted, like as always, on our starter stuff, and we'll make sure when you guys get that, we could do some simple video training on that, and then we will set up our call for next week and let you guys know when that's going to be. Hopefully this was helpful, and thank you so much for all the kind feedback. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and really, any of these testimonials, awesome. We may be reaching out to you to get a more, something more concrete that we can put up in the Email Copy Pro Hall of Fame.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and thank you for coming on the call. And hey, if anyone needs any help or thinks, oh my gosh, I am just so stuck, and I would love to have the done with you, I think we're going to be opening up a few slots, in the next week or so, John?
Yeah, 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have any interest in that whatsoever, just shoot me a ticket at support@emailcopypro.com with the subject, get me help.
Yeah, and that's super beneficial, especially if if you're trying to like do the dental B2B, something specific like that, to where we can actually dial it in by talking to you, and that way you'll have 7 days later you'll have your entire niche done. So,
Yeah, or Andrew with the SaaS with very specific insurance, like
yeah,
yes,
yeah. So in
yeah,
other words, that way we can really drill it down, and it's something that's obviously you can tell by the testimonials. It's something that can easily pay for itself with just a few. That's a no brainer, and it's certainly this will allow you to get it done so much faster too. So. Look for a video. We're going to probably do that this week, but you can if you want to jump ship faster, because we're only going to open up 3 slots. Support@emailcopypro.com. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a
all right.
great
Thank you,
night.
John, and thanks everyone.